Guys, let me tell you, my ears kinda hurt because I tested the 6 newest and best active noise cancelling earbuds in the plane, on a train and in the studio in a controlled environment. Which one are the ones with the best active noise cancelling and the best sound, and which ones would I pick personally? I like the Google Pixel Buds Pro the best, both visually and functionally. The housing does not sit in front of the ear but slips in a bit, so they seal well, but after 3 to 4 hours they hurt my ears a little bit. They are controlled via touch, but other than through a triple press or hold, as most of the competition does, you can control the volume by swiping, which I clearly prefer. The active noise cancelling is above average and there is no unpleasant pressure. You can hear through higher noises or airplane noise, so there is better active noise cancelling out there, but Google did quite a good job. I would give them 7 out of 10 points and the transparency mode is even 8 out of 10. In terms of sound, Google relies on its own processor, own algorithm and 11mm drivers. The result is warm, full and with a nice bass, but I miss the last 15% of detail in the treble and I find the sound too digital in classic tracks. The Pixel Buds Pro do have the best case. With USB-C and wireless charging, I especially like how it feels as the lip snaps open magnetically. You don't want to give it out of your hand. The battery life of 7 hours in-ear is great. $219 is fair, but in the conclusion I go into more detail about what I would personally buy. This video would have come earlier, but I wanted to wait for the Galaxy Buds Pro 2 and it was worth it. I like how compact the matte case and headphones are. And don't worry, there are other colors beside purple. They fit perfectly in my ear and finally even the largest silicone tip seals well. The active noise cancelling is about average, similar to the Pixel Buds Pro, and so is the transparency mode. In the past, Samsung's earbuds often were too metallic and too digital for my taste, but the Buds 2 Pro, they really did improve on that. They are full, they are warm, they are crisp, and there's a lot of low end. Unfortunately, a little bit too much low end for my taste, and you can't really compensate for that with the equalizer. So if you like it, that's fine. If you don't, you can't really do anything about it. 5 hours of battery life per ear and 18 hours in the case is the worst value in this comparison, but there is wireless charging. Solid headphones for $229, but so are the Huawei FreeBuds 2 Pro. I like the eye-catching blue-silver color, but don't worry, there are more subtle ones as well. The design is based on the AirPods Pro and they do sit similar in my ear. They are operated by pressing the stem and the volume can be changed by swiping. The sound was co-developed with DVLA, which of course makes my ears listen up. I have to say, Huawei headphones have never sounded better. They are full, warm and with enough bass. Better than the Pixel Buds, but slightly below the Galaxy Buds. The ANC is on a comparable level with those two, but the transparency mode is slightly worse. The case can be charged wirelessly, it contains 30 hours of battery and the headphones themselves 6.5 hours. For $199 you can't really go wrong with these. If you like this comparison so far and you are interested in technology, please consider subscribing. The Sennheiser True Wireless won a Red Dot Design Award, which I can't quite understand. Despite being the most expensive in this video at $249, they seem bulky. They stuck out of my ear a bit too far and therefore they were not the most stable. There's still room for improvement in the active noise cancelling. It makes almost no difference whether it is on or off. The transparency mode, on the other hand, is solid. The case is anything but discreet. It is quite large and covered with fabric. It doesn't even have wireless charging. Sennheiser puts all of its focus into the sound, and it is the best in this comparison. Balanced, clear, full, and everything is where it belongs to. It's really nice. The exact opposite are the LG Freetone. They are quite flat in comparison. You can't really tell the separation between the instruments and there is not really anything you can do about it with the equalizer. Doesn't mean they sound bad, just not as high quality as the others in this video. They look a bit like the AirPods Pro and sit in a similar way in my ears. The active noise cancelling is slightly below average. But what makes them special are two things. First, the case uses UV light to disinfect the earpiece. I have learned to appreciate that when I accidentally dropped the headphones on a train floor. Not an essential feature, but it's a nice idea. And second, you can connect the case with a USB-C to aux cable to any device with a headphone jack. That means a turntable, iPod or TV can get Bluetooth with this case. LG is also on third place when it comes to battery. 29 hours in case and 9 hours in ear is just awesome. Unfortunately, they are not cheap with $229, and I hope that this price will decrease over time. Last but not least, my favorite, the Sony LinkBuds S. At 4.2 grams, these are the lightest in-ears in this comparison, and accordingly to that, they sit comfortable in my ears for hours. They almost disappear completely. However, the active noise cancelling is clearly the best. Unbelievable how much the ambient noise can be suppressed, although these are not Sony's best headphones. The transparency mode is also better than the rest. Freshly unpacked, they are way too heavy on the bass, but you can absolutely dial in the equalizer, and with clear bass to -7, they are almost as detailed as the Sennheisers and still have plenty of bass. The battery life of 6 hours in the headphones and 20 hours in the case is good. They can only charge via USB-C, unfortunately not wireless. The RIP was $199. They are clearly my favorite. So assuming, I don't know why, but assuming you don't want the LinkBuds S, which one would I pick as the next best thing? Well, I would pick the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro because they are comparable to the Pixel Buds and Huawei Buds, but they do sound better and they are smaller. And even though the battery life is worse than the others, it is still good enough for, everyday use. I hope this video helped you to find your next earbuds, and I see you in the next one. Bye.